What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. So today we're going to be looking at my top 10 most anticipated pre-orders of 2022. Now, I did a video recently of all my pre-orders and I had like 40 of them, so I have a lot of pre-orders, but we're going to look at my 10 most anticipated ones. Now, some of these I'm more anticipated because it completes a setup, or I just simply like the character more, even though I may have better statues on pre-order. And what would normally be number one, I put it number two because I want to complete a setup. Luckily, we'll be getting that one sooner than later, but let's get to it. So I'm just going to show you real quickly pictures, and I'll show you in person where they're going to go. First is Aloy by Prime One Studios. This is from the video game Horizon Zero Dawn. Now, we do have the second video game, Horizon Zero Dawn 2, coming out in February, and this is set to ship in February to May. So I'm extremely excited for this. I absolutely love this video game. I've beaten it twice now, and I'm really looking forward to the next video game, and so I'm super stoked to get this. So very excited. And this is going to go in the video game room, either most likely just inside of a Stuva shelf. So let's check out the next one. Number 9 is Prime One's Goku. Now this looks like it is fully shipping. It's just waitlisted, but I ordered through a retailer who, usually retailers take anywhere from 3 months up to 6 months or years. So I don't know if I'll actually get this in 2022. I'm hopeful I will, but I'm extremely excited. I think this is the definite Goku to have. I don't think it will be topped. I don't think it can be topped, really. I think it's near perfection, and I freaking love it. I love the inclusion of all the transformations. I love the pose, the base. I'm a huge, huge fan of this piece. So very excited. If my retailer tells me he actually has it coming, it's in stock, I'll be so excited. But knowing I went through a retailer, my excitement is less on this. Just because, if I ordered direct, it would already be shipping right now. And with a retailer, I'm not sure when I'll ever get this. So it's lower on my list because of that. And same with the Prime 1 Vegeta, which also just got delayed. I probably don't expect that in 2022, so that's not even on the list. And the Goku will be going just in the DBZ room on a shelf. Next is Jinsekai, also going inside the video game room on a Stuva. This, I'm more excited for this than Goku, actually. This is from what I would consider my favorite video game of all time. This tied with God of War, so Kratos. Kratos is already en route, but he'll be arriving next year. But this was a statue, when I first saw it, literally put tears of joy in my eyes. It made me so freaking happy to get this. So I pre-ordered it day one, direct, with standard shipping, so I could get it quicker. It's shipping in March to June, so hopefully no delays. But Prime One has been absolutely killing it on their video game statues. The detail comes out top notch, so really, really excited to get this one. I absolutely love it. I don't really care to get the second version. I'm not looking to buy multiple versions of the character. This one is my favorite armor, the Ghost armor, so I'm very happy with the pose, the base, everything. So this is the one for me, so definitely have to make my list. Number 8, Jinsekai. Number 7 is their Predator 1/3 scale statue. Now, I am a little worried on this statue for a few reasons. One, the 1/4 scale unmasked portraits came out terrible. And two, with the recent Joker big downgrade from the prototype, it has me worried, to be honest. This prototype looks like one of their best prototypes ever. And, if they can nail it, I think it could become the best statue ever made. But if they don't, do good QC and it has a huge downgrade, the unmasked portrait looks like a larger 1/4 version, then I think this will be an absolute cluster, and honestly could potentially even be the biggest downfall of Prime One Studios ever if they mess this up. I think they'll lose all faith in the community if they screw this one up. I mean, Joker alone was already you've seen the community. If they mess up this, they're going to lose all faith, and potentially the company could just go down, and so many people just lose faith in Prime One if they fail on this. So I hear that the main owner is ensuring that this one will not have a drop in quality. So we'll see. But if the first picks come out and it is not to my liking, I will 100% cancel it. But if it comes out like the Proto, I'll get it. And if it comes out like the proto, it could be the best statue ever made. But I am a little weary, but I also don't think it will ship in 2022. I think it will be delayed. It says September to December. I think it will be delayed. But, you know, that's one reason my excitement level is not that high. It's so far out. But we'll see, you know, if it can top the Cinemaquette. That's the thing. If it does fail, I still have my Cinemaquette, which I'm very happy with. But if it does do good and they nail it, then it could be the best statue. I think it could top Cinemaquette just because of all the extras and goodies, the extra portraits, the extra pose options, you know, the base. There's so much extras that I just love. So, you know, if this can come out good and it already. Now, number 6 on my list is going to be the Joker bust. This is going to my Dark Knight setup. This is one that will need to be perfect quality for me to get. If there's a big downgrade in production quality, I would cancel this because for me, a life-size bust, the face is the most important part of the bust. And if it is, you know, downgraded, then I would 100% cancel this. You know, where the 1/3, the portrait, of course, is extremely important, but I'm looking at the statue as a whole, which I still absolutely love. Where this one, I do love the base and I like the outfit, but the face is going to be the 100% thing that needs to be important. So really hoping Infinity Studios can nail this. You know, there's such, I mean, Joker has such an intricate paint job with his eyes, his scars, the hair, the paint on the hair. So, you know, this is one that they will need to nail that proto. When those first pics come out in the videos, it needs to be perfect for me to get this, especially at $4,000 plus tax shipping. You're looking at $47,000, almost $5,000 for this. So definitely one that if they can nail, it'll be an absolute masterpiece. If they fail, it'll be a huge knock on Infinity Studios. And, you know, it'll destroy them, you know. So this is anticipated to come this year, October to December, for 2022. But this is another one like the, you know, Predator. I would cancel if production is not good. So, you know, I think it will be delayed. I don't think it will ship in 2022. That's one reason it's also less of an excitement level for me, because I just don't think it will ship. You know, heck, they have even shipped their Wonder Woman and it's been 3 years. So this will definitely be delayed, be a 2023, but let's just hope production comes out good. We did see Bruce Lee production and it looked phenomenal. So that is, you know, a good thing. Like the likeness was still perfect on Bruce Lee. The skin paint looked amazing. Joker is a more tricky one though. He is very tricky. As we've seen, he's a tricky one to paint. So we'll see how he turns out. But if he fails, I will cancel. So he is number 6 on the list. Let's get to number 5. Number 5 is Queen's Alita bust. Now, I did order this through a retailer because it was substantially cheaper. You know, you go direct, it was much more expensive. Well, yeah, it's much more expensive. I got this for $27.50 shipped, which is the best price I've ever seen. And I think she turned out amazing. I think she'll be nearly as good as Wonder Woman bust. I don't think she'll be quite as good. I think I'll still like Wonder Woman a little bit more, but I do think she's slightly under Wonder Woman, which is a huge praise considering how much I love that Wonder Woman bust. But my retailer said this should be arriving in January, so my excitement level is extremely high for this. You know, like I think the Joker bust will be better than this, but I'm extremely excited because of how quick this is going to ship January, so I'm preparing funds right now for it. But Alita bust, number 5 on the list. Number 4 is Steppenwolf. I am extremely excited for this guy because I'm a huge fan of Justice League, both the original and Snyder Cut. And I think Prime One killed it on this statue. I love the pose. I love the height. I love the detail. I think this thing is going to be freaking amazing. You know, I think Prime One will nail it on this one. It doesn't seem like it's going to be a tricky one to paint. You know, I mean, look at that face. That's not going to be hard. You know, be similar to like Cyborg, for example. But being 40 inches tall, this thing is just going to be freakishly amazing. So I'm really excited for Steppenwolf. So he's number 4. And of course, number 3 is another one, Darkseid. So I do think Darkseid will be a little bit better than Steppenwolf. Plus, I just like the character better. But Darkseid's number 3 on my list. The reason these are so exciting for me, Now, I don't know if they'll ship this year. I mean, it says August to November, but they're 40 inches tall. The detail looks amazing. I love the poses, but it also completes my DC setup, sort of, at least for Justice League. I still want to get a Black Adam, but I just think these will turn out absolutely amazing. This also looks like one that they shouldn't mess up production. So I don't have worries on these two. All their previous Darkseids were amazing, and this one looks even simpler to do. So I think it will turn out absolutely amazing. So number 3, Darkseid by Prime 1 Studios. Can any of you guess what number 1 and 2 are, though? Before you continue the video, pause, drop a comment below. What do you think my number 1 and 2 are? Number 2 is going to be Infinity Studios' Harley Quinn bust. So I'm a huge Harley fan, and I think this is the best bust they've ever made. I don't think the likeness is 100% spot on to Margot Robbie, but I think it's good enough. And I think overall, just the look of the bust for me is the best. I like it more than Catwoman, Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman, you name it. I like this one the most. But it's so far out. This thing is years from being away. I mean, it says April to June, but no way that's going to be true. So my excitement level is lower on this. But in general, I would say this is number 1 of my most excited. Like if I could get any statue right now, it would be this one, because I think it will be my favorite statue in my whole collection when I get it. Definitely number 1 for bus. But because of her being so far out, my excitement level is a little bit less, and it does put Superman bust at my number 1 spot. Just because he's shipping within the next 2 months. He looks amazing. I think they killed it on the likeness to Henry Cavill. But it also completes my Trinity setup, which I've been working on recently. So I'm extremely excited to get this Superman bust. So the fact that he's shipping sooner and it completes his setup gets me so excited for this one. And that's the reason this is number 1 for me, is Superman completes his setup and it ships in the next, hopefully, weeks. I'm really hoping, because I already see shipping costs. It's $340 for me. So usually when you see shipping costs, it's a good indication that it's going to be shipping soon. So really hoping I could get a notice that this ships in like a week or 2. Heck, I could even make this year, but likely it will be January. So this one, of course, completes the setup for my Trinity wall. I'm still actually waiting for the posters, which is driving me crazy, by the way. But he'll go right there. So I'm just so excited to finish this wall, get the posters, get that bust. And then eventually we get Darkseid, Steppenwolf, and Harley bust in here. So finishing a setup is extremely satisfying, and it's just like, So, if I get Joker bust, this entire setup will be moved to the left. We remove that mask, put it down low. It'll be Joker 1/3, Joker bust. But if they don't nail the Joker bust, I just do Joker 1/3 and do the mini Joker bust right there and call it a day. I still haven't actually pre-ordered Mara. I am waiting for in-hand pics of her. I do think she could, easily make my top 10 list, but I haven't actually put a deposit down on her. I'm waiting for in-hands. Once we get those first few, it's usually like Chinese videos doing an unboxing like we saw with Bruce Lee, then I'll decide if I want to pre-order her. Plus, I have to look at my finances. Can I spare an extra $4,700 for Mara at that time? I also want to see if they come out with a Mara 1/3, because honestly, I think I'd just prefer a 1/3 scale by Prime 1. Place it right there, call it a day. I'd even consider a J&D Mara if they, had a slightly decent base and the likeness was spot on. I would consider a J&D Mara, because I think it would look good next to Aquaman as well. But yeah, that's basically my most anticipated, most exciting. If we're just basing it off, if I could get any pre-order right now, of course, Margot Robbie bust would be number 1. But due to how soon Superman's shipping and the fact it completes the setup, Superman does trump it just barely, like by a hairline. I also think Joker bust, if they nail the proto, it will be one of the best busts out there as well. I think that and Harley will be the 2 best busts by Infinity, if they can nail, production on both. I would say those 2 would trump, Batman and Superman for me. Mara also could be really freaking good. Need to see production, though, because the likeness on her is a little questionable. Where, Harley, I think, is slightly better likeness. Joker, I think the likeness is really good. Anyways, folks, that is my top 10. Let me know yours below. What is your most anticipated piece of 2022? I'm basing this purely off of what they show us the anticipated ship date, because, you know, if you're a collector, you know that it could say it would be shipping in January next year, and it won't ship for an entire year. So you never know when these things truly will arrive. And once they ship, I'm waiting more than 3 months for statues right now, so it's taking forever, and I don't think it's going to get any better next year. I think it's only going to get worse. So we need to prepare for that as well. Anyways, folks, that's it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.